नमस्ते बिटियाओं, सदा खुश रहिए और स्वस्थ रहिए। दिस इज़ जेवीएन ब्रिजेश कुमार यादव, फैकल्टी ऑफ एजुकेशन एंड मेथडोलॉजी, ज्योति विद्यापीठ, वुमेन्स यूनिवर्सिटी, जयपुर। Students, I welcome to all of you in my digital class. I have prepared this lecture for BSc B.Ed ZBC 8th semester botany paper. Topic is biotechnology. As you all know that on previous turn we have started new topic biotechnology, and on that turn we have seen some of the definitions and some historical background of biotechnology. Today we are going to study some of the most important and crucial techniques, tools, equipments, devices related to biotechnology, which is very important for biotechnology. Okay, so let's start, student. First one is restriction enzymes. You might have studied restriction enzymes in very brief when you were studying enzyme part in biochemistry. You all know about enzymes, but here this enzyme is very specific, known as restriction enzyme. Enzymes that are used to cut DNA segment at a specific site are called as restriction enzymes. Students, basically this enzyme is confined to bacterium, okay, and this enzyme is used as a defense mechanism. Whenever any pathogen like virus infect bacteria, bacterial restriction enzyme cut DNA of that virus or phage. So in this way this enzyme protects bacterial cell. Okay, that's why it is also known as restriction mechanism of bacteria. But this restriction enzyme is being used in the field of biotechnology. In biotechnology, you might be going to study that apart from restriction enzyme, another enzyme is there that is known as ligase. So these two enzymes are used frequently. This enzyme is known as scissor, which used to cut the fragment of DNA, and that ligase is known as glue that stick two different fragments. How they are going to stick, we'll see it later on, but for time being here you focus on restriction enzymes. In restriction enzyme there are two types of restriction enzymes. One is exonuclease and other is endonuclease. Okay, this name has been given on the basis of their performance. Then exonuclease enzyme is that kind of enzyme that remove nucleotides from the end of the DNA molecule. As you can see in the diagram, from any end, DNA has two different ends, so from any end. But this endonuclease restriction enzymes cut DNA from a specific site within the DNA molecule. As you can see, there is a symbol of scissor which cut inside the fragment. So in this way, these are the two restriction enzymes which are being used in biotechnology. Next one is plasmid. This plasmid is another very crucial and important tool in the field of biotechnology. They are autonomously replicating circular extra chromosomal DNA of any bacteria. Again, this is from bacteria. Okay, you might be knowing that in bacterial cell there is a genome, that is DNA, bacterial DNA. But apart from this bacterial DNA. Another circular and small DNA is there, that is known as plasmid. This plasmid is very important for the cloning. That cloning is a part of biotechnology. Another image is TI plasmid. This is the plasmid of agrobacterium, which is being used in the gene transfer of plant cell. We'll see it later when we'll study plant gene transformation at that time. Okay, next one is vector. Vector may be plasmid DNA or viruses that can act as a vehicle to transfer a piece of DNA attached to it. Okay, basically vector examples are plasmid and this phase. Okay, so vector means any vehicle that transfer DNA from one organism to another organism, and the examples of vectors are TI plasmid, FAS. So these two are the important tool. Another important thing is origin of replication. As you have already studied replication, I expect that AK sir has explained it. You might be knowing about ORI, that is the specific region of DNA from where replication starts. Okay, this ORI is very important for cloning. Okay, a specific DNA sequence which is responsible for initiating replication is known as origin of replication. Okay, so any plasmid has its own ORI, which is important. Okay, so whether that is bacterial plasmid or phase or TI plasmid, it has ORI. So ORI is also important. Another aspect is palindromic nucleotide sequence. Students, you might be knowing that DNA is made up of two strands and both the strands are complementary to each other. Okay, so some of the sequences which are complementary, or you can say that you can read it in both directions. So palindromic nucleotide sequences are the palindrome in DNA, which is presence of base pairs that reads same on the two strands when orientation of reading is kept in the same. Here example is GAATTC. Now once you read it from 5 to 3, it's just complementary from 3 in, that is GAATTC, which is quite complementary. That is known as palindromic, and this palindromic sequence is the important character of any restriction enzyme. Okay, so this is palindromic sequence. Now gel electrophoresis, again this is one of the important aspect, step, device of biotechnology, where we can separate DNA fragment from gel. Okay, with the help of gel. Suppose we have to amplify a gene of interest with the help of PCR. We can amplify them. Then we'll have to separate which one is the specific and gene of interest. Okay, so this is a technique. This is made up of agarose, which you might be knowing that Gracilaria and Gelidium, these two are the red algae which are used to isolate for agarose, and agarose is made up of different monomers. It's a kind of carbohydrate. I am not going into the detail of those aspects, but for time being you know that gel electrophoresis, that is the technique to separate the fragment of DNA. Okay, next one is transformation. That transformation during bacterial reproduction, you might be knowing that you might have studied transformation, conjugation, and one more step is there. So one of them is transformation. This is the procedure through which a piece of DNA is introduced in the host bacterium. Okay, you might be remembering that Griffith experiment. Okay, when that bacterial segment is going to transfer into another bacterium. This is a process of reproduction in bacterium. So same concept is applying over here, and we use this transformation in cloning. That is also important step. Okay, next one is selectable marker genes. Okay, selectable, suppose you have transformed a bacterium, now you have to be sure that whether that gene of interest is inserted into that vector or not, which one is transformed cell, which one is not. For that purpose you need any marker which indicates whether that transformation is happened or not. For that purpose, a gene encoding desirable information useful in identifying and eliminating non-transformant and selectively permitting the growth of the transformants. Okay, just you know that anything which indicate whether your experiment is successful or not. For that purpose we use selectable marker gene, beta galactose. These are the many more we'll discuss later on. Next one is microinjection. Microinjection is a technique in which recombinant DNA is directly injected into the nucleus of an animal cell. When transformation is conducting in animal cell, at that time we need this microinjection, because animal cell are very complex. So at that time microinjection, very minute and thin needle used to insert into the animal cell so that we can transfer gene of interest. Okay, for that purpose microinjection are being used. Next one is gene gun or ballistic. This is another aspect instrument which are being used in plants. Okay, a method by which plant cells are bombarded with high velocity micro particles of gold or tungsten coated with DNA. Okay, with high velocity there is a kind of gun, sophisticated gun, in which gold particles or tungsten are bombarded, and on these gold particles and tungstens our interested gene of interest, that is DNA, are coated so that it can travel and move to the specific location. For that purpose we are using. So another is polymerase chain reaction. This is another revolutionary invention in biotechnology. The full name is polymerase chain reaction, PCR, which makes unlimited copies of genes or gene fragments, which is conceived. The scientist who has discovered that is Kary Mullis in 1993. He has received Nobel Prize in chemistry. Okay, so these are some of the questions you try to remember them, because students, I'm frankly speaking that in your competitive exams nowadays such type of questions are being asked. Okay, so don't ignore them and try to focus the concept principles. So students, in this way today we have seen some of the techniques and tools of biotechnology. On next turn we will study some benefits, significance of biotechnology. Thank you very much.